society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What up, everybody? What is good?
Damn Dude.
Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn, dude.
And you guys, this is season 3. Wow. Season motherfucking 3, episode 1.
Damn Dude.
Damn, dude.
Yo, it was our 2-year anniversary, technically yesterday. And it's pretty fucking sick. You know, it's really interesting that, hold on a second. I realize if you're new to the show here, I got a little excited because this is season 3 and that represents moving towards year 3, right? Like, that's pretty fucking dope. So this show is about, this show is here and exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives we have in life. Because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the doper, easier, and funner, and just fucking sicker life is to navigate. Because it's easier to understand shit if you already understand another context. So rather than being offended, you just see into another context. Boom.
Damn Dude.
So that's a simple way. I'm your host, California Cal, one of the cool Californians left in this state. There's a handful of us, but not many. We're dwindling. And guys, a lot of the Californians that move to your state or country and is fucking it up, those are the guys who came and fucked up our state in the first place. Like, this whole place used to be fucking sick. Anyway, where do I want to start here today? Because this kind of goes deep in different ways, but it's connected. So let's just start here. Because you know what? This technically is my 213th episode.
Damn Dude.
Oh, almost just knocked my coffee over. And that's a lot. Like, to do 2 days every week for 2 years now, technically over 2 years now, that's pretty fucking sick. Like, that's some dedication. And it's exciting to me that I'm able to do this. Like, I'm like, wow, I'm not surprised that I haven't been able to stay so consistent, because I definitely have it in me to do I'm very much like a long-term person when I do things. Like, a lot of times I don't do shit just to dabble and you know what I mean? Like, I like to like really get into shit and like understand it as far as I can and see what my limit is. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I like this limit, right? So like, that's kind of how skateboarding and surfing are to me right now, where it's like, I'm fully reinventing my level for myself, like every time I go. Because as I get older and I weigh different, as I get physically older, I should say, and my body reacts differently and I'm weighing different weights and I'm like sore differently or this or that. And it's just like, it's kind of different when you're not doing it every day, obviously, right? So I have to go out and practice and warm up for a while, especially skateboarding. Like, surfing, it's more like just, I get tired faster, like paddling and fucking, holding my breath and my endurance. But like, otherwise, when I'm skateboarding, I have to like start off very basic, very beginner, like at the bottom of my skill set, and then like work my way up and warm up and really start feeling it. And then like to really get back into it where I can like smash, like, where people are like, damn, dude, like, that's pretty sick, like, it takes me maybe, a skate session or 2, maybe 3, to like really get back into the groove of it, And that's one thing I realized is like, when you learn new sports or you're learning new physical things, this is something that I've learned and really understood over the years of teaching people, is when I'm teaching babies mostly. So I'm like hyper observant of body movement. Like I'm literally aware of like the kids' toes and ankles and wrists and fingers and chin position and where the water is on their hair and their ears, on their face, like with their arms, chest, shoulders. Like I'm seeing all of this in real time. And it's a lot to take in. It's equivalent to like if you've ever driven your car or your motorcycle or something really, 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 really fucking fast to where you're in like a life or death scenario. You're going so fast where it's like all or nothing. Like that sort of feeling. Damn, I completely am just like spacing out on what the fuck I was talking about. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. What about that feeling? Oh, got it. I'm back. Teaching, like for me, teaching the babies is like that same level of focus and concentration, because like if I miss something or I don't reinforce something or I accidentally reinforce something I wasn't supposed to, then I create a problem or a weak link in my chain, and then I have to go back a couple rings or rungs or however you call it, go back a couple steps and then like reprogram the mistake I put into the teaching of the kids. So what I'm getting at is, I realize I'm starting to nerd out about my swim talk. What I'm getting at, though, is when we learn something physical, I noticed a trend, and this happens with every person I teach, not every, but almost every person I teach surfing or teach swimming or baby or adult or whatever, or if I teach somebody to ride a bike or do wheelies or like whatever, right? If it's something physical, I realize there's a learning curve to the whole thing. And a lot of times people will do really good on their first time, and then the next time seemingly suck. And then the next time, if you're willing to do it again, do good. And then the next one, you do good. And then like the fifth time, especially surfing, and then the fifth time, you fucking suck. And then if you can like make it past that fifth time paddling out, you're probably going to really love surfing, because after that is where it's all fun. So the thing is, like, if you stop at the low point of the learning curve, then you think it sucks and you're not going to get it. So that's one thing I have to understand is like, yo, when we learn, there's a fucking curve that goes up and down the whole time, right? Sorry, let me write this down real quick. So, okay. Because there's a learning curve to everything, like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? It's like, well, like I just explained, when you're surfing, it's like how I've observed it. And this works with, wow, holy shit, I just put down.
Damn, dude.
I needed that for my own brain. I just realized when I'm teaching the babies, it's kind of the same thing. So, as surfing, but it's more prevalent in surfing because I'm watching an adult and like the actions are way easier to see. Like for me, teaching somebody to surf is way, 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 way easier than teaching them to swim, because I can see their whole body, and they can communicate to me what's going on and all of that, right? So I'm like, okay, and because the way that I learned to surf was quite ridiculous. Like I started going surfing. I bought a surfboard after the doctor banned me from ever surfing, skateboarding, or riding a motorcycle again. We already know I'm not going to ever stop riding motorcycles, so that's out of the question. I've already been banned by 2 doctors prior to this doctor banning me from skateboarding, so I clearly wasn't listening to that. I was like, surfing, let me fucking try that. So I bought a surfboard as soon as I healed up from breaking my skull, neck, and back, and then I went and started surfing every single day for a year. I started in November, and it was like storm waves, and it was gnarly as fuck, and it was cold as shit, and I had a wetsuit that was too big that would overflow and do like the Michelin Man like blob legs and all that shit. And I was looking like a maniac. I broke my fingers 6 times throughout the process. I fucking, like, my fingers are so crooked still, like it's from surfing. That's like, my pinkies anyway. I broke other fingers doing skateboarding and motorcycling, all the other shit. But anyway, there's a learning curve. So what I noticed is that, like, dude, okay, when I go back out and I go to do my activities again, if I go skate or surf, and it's been a long time, I realize like there's a learning curve, but it's shorter now. It's more like boom, boom. Okay, I got it. Like the muscle memory pops back in. It's kind of like you got to reactivate the muscles, and then they go, oh yeah, I know what the fuck this is. So that's something that's so cool about muscle memory. It's like, it's the reason you can just get on a bike after fucking 10 years, 20 years and just know how to do it. As where if somebody just handed you a fucking like math test about algebra or geometry or some shit, or, you know, whatever math was the hardest for you, or the hard, you know, like you struggled with the most going through it. Now you're like, well, I don't remember this shit. Like, it doesn't just kick back in that you remember how to do all the formulas and the fucking sayings and all the, you know what I'm saying? You just don't remember that shit. But what's fascinating is you can go the same amount of time, but you still know how to ride a fucking bike.
Damn, dude.
So I think for this whole reason is why it's so important to experience things in life and not just consume it, just observe it and be of entertainment of it, because then you miss out on that muscle memory experience. Like, you're not gonna, there's only like so many like fucking football games that you're gonna remember 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only a handful of them, and like, that's cool, but like, yeah, it doesn't mean you're like a fucking good football player now.
Damn, dude.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's interesting is like, well, fuck, if you went out and played football, you'd be having way much more fun than sitting there watching football. And that's the thing is like, well, something will switch if you do play football, you participate in it. You don't got to play at some NFL level or anything crazy. You just play with some homies, a league, a fucking whatever, right? Now, when you watch football, you're more so collecting information on how to get better at it, rather than consuming it in a way where it's just like it didn't do anything for you later. So now if you took the information and you know how to fucking like run it, you can fucking, you know how to juke, you know how to throw better, you know what to look for, you kind of know who to look for. Like, you're observing how these people move and all these things, and you've watched a fucking 1,000 different quarterbacks, like the way that they snap their throw and position their arm, how high's their elbow, where's their shoulder, you know, where's their head position, like what's their foot stance, like all these things matter. You know what I mean? To throw a ball as far as you can and precisely, it requires like your footwork has to be on point, your hips have to be on point, your legs, your fucking torso, your stomach, your body, your breath, everything has to be in alignment. It's like fighting or boxing or something. Like, you've got to, like, to throw a punch, it doesn't, this is one thing, it's like you can kind of tell who understands how to fight or not, is like, if you ask somebody, where's a punch come from? It's like, well, it really comes from your fucking feet. Because it's like, that's where, you know what I'm saying? Your feet or your hips. Like, but it's like, I think I would say feet, because your feet are the first things that start generating momentum. And then that twists your legs and your hips. And then that just kind of goes through the body, and you carry all of that through to the punch. At the same time, you're fucking twisting your punch, you're snapping it, and you're drawing it back also like equally as quick. So it's like, whap, whap. So that way your hand is back for defense again. So that's the thing, is like, a punch doesn't come from your arm. A punch comes from your legs, from your inside, from your inner strength. So yeah. So what I'm getting at with all of this is that there's something so valuable about understanding there's a learning curve to things in life. So anything that's a problem, anything that's hard, if you just understand that it's part of the learning curve, then it's kind of all right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, this is just the part where it's supposed to suck. So, I wanted to touch on something else too. It's like, so for example, with the surfing thing, the first time people do good, the second time, a lot of times people suck. And the reason that they suck the second time, or they feel like they suck, I should say, when I see somebody suck their second time surfing, I'm stoked. As long as they're down to go again. Excuse me. Reason being is, when you learn something new and physical, you have to make mistakes. Now, that's the thing, is like, if you observe a baby learning to walk, what is part of that baby learning to walk? Falling. Falling is absolutely part of learning to walk. Falling is absolutely a part of learning to ride a bike. Falling is absolutely a part of learning to surf. Falling is absolutely a part of learning to navigate relationships and emotions. You're going to trip and fumble and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with money, happiness, all of this stuff. It's like there's learning curves to it. Emotional intelligence, depth. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those things. So I'm realizing what really kicked all this off for me was I was thinking about confidence and how confidence is something that's fleeting. So I see that in the same way as like algebraic equations. Is that how you say that? Algebra equations. I was trying to sound smart. Algebraic. I don't know. Whatever. Equations in algebra. If you don't practice it, you don't remember it in 10 years, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? PEMDAS, whatever, all these like weird shit they told us. I don't fucking use any of this stuff. I don't know what any of that stuff is, right? But that's the thing is like, if we don't do things that are confidence inspiring things, then we don't have confidence. So what's interesting about that is like, well, how do you do things that build confidence on a daily basis, right? Or just throughout our life or whatever, right? Excuse me. So if confidence is fleeting and we need to do things that inspire confidence, well, what the fuck do you do? So because I'm a man of simplification, whenever I hear something like dramatic or that's a big deal or fucking complex, I'm just immediately go to simplify. What's the root? Not even what's the root, what's the seed of this, right? Like, where did the seed come from? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's taking it deeper than the root. Like, who planted the seed and why did they plant it here? Or how did it get planted here? I think that's just a better way. Because if you go and try and trace roots all the way down, if you go and try and trace roots, it's a maze. It goes on forever. If you trace the roots all the way as far as they can go, the final answer is seed. The roots have to come from the seed. So a lot of times people will go and chase from the tree down into the ground through the roots, and realizing as you're going down the roots, you're going the wrong way because that's not the base of the tree. I mean, it is, but it isn't, right? All of that came from the seed, which is in the middle. So this is deep. You can take this in many different ways. You know, this is a major metaphor for life and self and all of that shit too, right? But at the same time, it's like, okay, how do we? So that's the way that I'm thinking, right? It's like, all right, let's get to the seed of what the fuck all this shit is about. So what is the seed of confidence? Well, what I've discovered is that like, well, hold on a second. Before we get there. Okay, yeah, hold on a sec. Before we go down that route. No. Oh, I already fucked up the fucking magic of it. Fuck it. Let's switch it up a touch. So the reason I'm thinking about confidence and all of this is because personally, I've noticed that things as far as my clothes, my self-expression, my money, what I create, how I relate to life and nature and things and people has all fucking been lacking. I haven't had confidence in any of that stuff. I'm like rediscovering my worldviews. I'm rediscovering hard stances. I'm rediscovering what life means to me, what I want out of it, what I want to create. And so it's like, dude, if confidence affects all of that, there's got to be a reason. Well, I know that my last relationship was eating me alive, and I'm just like, fuck, dude. It ate all the confidence out of me, because it's like, how I felt was that it's like, damn, I gave so much into this, where it's like I had to step outside of myself so much to hold a safe space to where like I no longer could hold a safe space for myself, and I had to still hold one for the other party, and then I just wasn't able to anymore. So within that, communication breaks down and this and that. It's like, if I don't feel good about myself in any way, shape, or form, and I need to hold space for you, like, how am I going to do that? I can't, like, I can only do that so often. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it on a daily basis or multiple times a day. Like, that's too much for me. If there's somebody who can, cool, but like, that's not within my capacity to do that in that way, right? And that's the thing, is like, I'm pretty fucking patient, dude. Like, I'm not like pushy or this or that. It's like, I'm pretty fucking patient. And when if I'm at my limits, then I'm like really, really, really stretched thin or stretched out. Like, so that's one thing I notice about myself. And when I stretch myself too thin, I ended up fucking snapping, basically. I mean, like, not like going crazy. I mean, I guess so, almost. Like, I mean, there wasn't like some event, but it's just like, no, like I fucking snapped in the sense of like my limits got stretched beyond. You know, I didn't fucking, I mean, I had my tantrums or whatever and freakouts in the relationship, but there was no like, I didn't fucking go do anything crazy. But like, I realized after that, like, dude, like, as I go through waves of doing things, how I dress, how I relate to myself, how I express, the amount of money I make, all of this comes from confidence. And I'm like, fuck, it's like, even I realized in the past couple months, like, I haven't, or maybe year or so, like, I haven't even, like this past year, I haven't even really had the confidence to like dress up or dress nice. Like, I don't want, like, I feel like a phony. You know, it's like, nah, man, like, I'm not trying to, like, it's like, I'm not out here, like, trying to even pretend I got my shit together. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I realize that's kind of a bullshit story, and I see through it, and that's work I've done, but like, I'm just saying in the moment, that's what I'd be observing, and it's like, fuck, dude, I'm like scared to even fucking get dressed. I'm kind of like, just have this like bubble over me where it's like, I'm really fucking trying. Right? And it's not that I'm unhappy or anything. It's just that I haven't been confident. And the reason I haven't been confident is because I haven't been stacking daily wins. So if we look at the question, like, how do we fucking cultivate confidence? It's through a series of stacking daily wins. And to think about, like, how the fuck do you stack daily wins? Like, what do you even do? Where do you even start? How do you even do that? You know, I'm looking at that and it's like, earlier in the year, like, I was just going for like, I was like fucking destroyed and broken in like January at the beginning of last year. You know, I was destroyed. And, you know, you guys go listen to those, you'll understand why and all that. But I'm like, you know, and some of that, it still carries because some of it's still active and it sucks. But you know what? It is what it is. I can only do what I'm able to do. But, so I'm like, okay, so how do I fucking cultivate confidence? I got to stack daily wins. So what can I do when fucking the world is fucking against me? So what I did when I was in like a broken down state basically was just practice gratitude. Like, that's the most I could do. I was just like, I just need to be grateful for my socks, for my fucking underwear, my pants, my shirt, my carpet, my sofa, my pillow, you know, like, and it's not that that's some crazy thing. It's just like, yo, I need to be appreciative of what I've got. And I think that's what all of this has been, is like just part of my learning curve of life, because I've encountered a major crossroads in life again. And I realize that's exactly where I'm at. And we're going to get into that in a minute, as well as how do we cultivate more confidence, because I really got to fucking figured it out. I mean, not figured it out, but it's like, I at least got the answer that if you apply it, it'll fucking work. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Season 3, the place to be. This show's for me, the Damn Dude Podcast. Yeah. What up, everybody? Welcome, Bicycle.
Damn, dude.
Welcome, bicycle, my tricycles. Yo, so how do we cultivate confidence like pancake mix makes pancakes?
Damn, dude.
Well, there's a few ingredients that make that mix that makes that pancake. So, what's the mix to create the pancake, to cultivate the pancake of confidence in your life that you can drizzle with pancake syrup and butter? Wait, no, you wouldn't drizzle pancakes on your pancakes, but you know what I'm getting. For the record, by the way, do not buy bullshit syrup, fake syrup. There's no fucking reason to buy fake syrup, dude. Like, you're tripping. Like, it's literally corn syrup, which is not syrup. You dig? No, really though. Like, buy good syrup. Don't buy stupid shit. Like, your syrup shouldn't cost under $6. Like for I'm saying this like at the moment as I'm recollecting my life and self and shit, I'm not one to fucking talk about spending any money on any luxuries or anything of that sort. And still buy the fucking real syrup. Like also, by the way, you heard it here first. I'm going to share a secret with you guys. I was on the hunt for healthy coffee creamer forever. And I'm going to tell you, there's not a healthy one that fucking tastes good. There's just not. You can say, oh, this one. No. No. Like, if you understand what good coffee's supposed to taste like, if you don't fuck with dark roast, and I don't want to, like, we can't even talk about this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to start with some whole ass beans. You got to blend them bitches. I mean, you can use the powdered shit too, it's fine, but still. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, the best healthy coffee creamer, I fucking discovered it. You heard it for her first. Calvin's Healthy Coffee Creamer is ideally raw, organic, grass-fed cream. If you don't have that, get whatever cream you can. Whole whipping cream. And get some syrup. Pour some in, yada yada. Hit that bitch with the fucking frother thing, the frothe. And then pour your coffee in, your dark roasted coffee, ideally freshly ground. And I know I'm so bougie right now. And fucking whip that bitch and pour that shit together and yo, boom.
Damn, dude.
That's the secret. I let you in. You heard it her first. If you tell somebody, make sure you tell them about the Damn Dude podcast. It's we're gonna call that for the public. We're gonna call it the Damn Dude Podcast Coffee Creamer.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Get you some. Support your local farmer. You could probably get your eggs for cheaper if you do that too, and your shit will be all healthier. So definitely do that. And just for the sake of documenting, for some reason right now in this point of history, eggs are the most expensive that they've ever been. And as over these last few years, we've just gotten so weird as collective human beings. Like 1 year, everybody was buying up all the toilet paper. And then somebody was buying up all the fucking Lysol. And then people were buying up all the fucking... I'm missing a couple. I forget at the moment. But now the thing is eggs. Everybody's buying all the eggs. And because like people are like freaking out. And it's just weird. And then at the same time, there's reports online and all the shit that they're saying, like the officials are trying to say that, oh, eggs are causing fucking a sudden heart failure and heart blockage and all this. And it's like, motherfucker, we all know you don't just die suddenly from fucking eating eggs. Eggs are one of the healthiest things on the fucking planet. So it's a fucking trip, dude. Like, we all know what it is. If you went and got some experimental shot, you don't know what the fuck it is. All of a sudden, everybody's fucking, all these healthy people are dying and just dropping dead out of nowhere, getting fucking heart blockages and all this shit. Like, come on, homie. Anyways, oops, slamming my cup. So, you guys, anyways, how do we cultivate that motherfucking confidence, you guys? Well, we got to do daily things. And what are cool daily things that we can do that are actually fucking sick, that will inspire confidence and help us be fucking sicker as people? Well, ultimately, the ultimate overall answer for this is stack small wins consistently.
Damn, dude.
If you take notes or whatever, write that down. Stack small wins consistently. Well, what type of wins? What type of small wins? I think that's the thing, is like when people think in terms of their goal, like it's this bar that's all the way the fuck up here and it's just like impossible to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I realize that for myself, it's like, well, fuck, I want a fucking sick ass house on the beach. Like, and that's such a high bar. And it's like, well, how the fuck do I actually get there? Well, I have to break down how much it costs for that whole house. And it's like, whenever you create anything, you start with the end result in mind and then work the plan backwards and then start at the beginning and then work it forwards. Right? So that's how I'm able to do this podcast for so long and plan to, is before I started, I said 10-year minimum. And at that point, I'll reevaluate. So within that 10 years, I'm just not going to stop, because 10 years is the first end result, right? So anytime we create anything, that's how I look at surfing. That's how I teach swimming. That's how I teach anything, is like, I understand the end result and I know the things that you have to do to get there. And to touch on that real quick with the surfing thing, is what I was going to say is why people suck the second time is because there's good mistakes that need to be made. And when you make a certain type of handful of mistakes on your second time, those are good mistakes, which means you're progressing. It means you're pushing the limit of the board. A lot of times people will go over the front, and that's a good thing, because when people first start, they're way too far back. And if you understand that you're trying to scoot forward a little more, this and that, and you're finding the right zone and the right spot, that's a good, positive, healthy thing. And that's, you know, like they say, failing forwards, but that's moving forwards. You know what I'm saying? That's progress. That's what we want. That's good. So anyways, how we inspire this confidence is small daily tasks. So for me, I'm like, I can do twice a week for 10 years. It's like, I can brush my teeth every day for fucking 30 something years. Why can I not record for twice a week for 10 years? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I look at it like that, it's like, oh, this is way easier. If I were to go have one of the most successful podcasts in the world, in existence, that's like such a huge unobtainable goal. It's like, I don't even care about that. It's like, that'll just happen as it goes. Like, the authenticity of this show will fucking spread and grow. It's like, that'll take its own course, right? At the same time, it's like, I'm doing this for the love, you know? Like, you can't buy me out or this or that. Like, if there's something, a deal I'm happy with, cool. But otherwise, it's like, it's not happening that way, right? So on a daily basis, we have to do and collect small wins. So small wins could be exercise, reading, learning, being authentic. Just authenticity really helps cultivate confidence, because then people relate to you in like this, people start relating to you more serious. And not in like this sort of way, but it's like they take your words more serious, because it's like, I don't bullshit about whatever. Like, I was telling the fucking truth about it, you know? Accountability and structure is another big one. And that's a huge one. And that's probably the biggest thing I'm trying to learn and implement at the moment is like how to implement more accountability and structure in my life. And it's like I wrote it down. I plan on getting a this and a that, and I got all this stuff, right? So I'm trying to organize, and it's like I realize when I write a to-do list every day, it helps me win. So if I just get a fucking book that is my daily to-do book, then it's like my shit just gets done, you know? So it's like, for example, what I want to put on this is like the time I wake up and the shit that I do on a daily basis. So it's like to get a task journal, wake up at 6 a.m. And do all these things before 9 a.m. So wake up at 6, do Down Dude podcasts and finish swim posts while having my coffee, and I can allow myself an hour for that. Exercise for at least 45 minutes and read. And read 10 pages at least. So if I can make posts from the podcast and the swim business, exercise and read before 9 a.m., then it's like something Ed Milet talks about is like sectioning your day. Like pretend you have 4 days inside the one day. So that would be my first day before 9 a.m. So it's like what I'm trying to do and what I'm working towards is have 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. be day one inside my day. And then I'm going to write out the rest of the plan, right? Like I need to really structure and organize this. And then it's like, well, when the time I can record my podcast, especially during the summer when I'm working a lot and all that, right? So it's like, how do I systematize exactly? Because when I first started writing this, I just wrote wake up. And then it's like, well, hold on, 6 a.m. And then it's like, okay, do posts. And it's like, that's not inspiring to me or fun, right? But it's like, wake up at 6. It's an exact check off the box, right? Do these posts, have my coffee, and give myself an hour to do that. Boom. Maybe I can incorporate my reading into that, right? As long as it's all done before 9 a.m. And then exercise for at least 45 minutes. Boom. Like, if I can do that without compromise every single day, then it's like that's going to inspire confidence because I'm literally collecting wins. And there's something that goes on in our brain where it's like we're not supposed to create more than 5 tasks at a time for ourselves to be able to be accomplished for the day. But it's like if you can do a minimum of 5 tasks, that's 5 wins. So what do you think your confidence level is going to be when you can automatically start your day with a collection of 5 wins? So I'm looking at this. How many things do I have on my thing for the morning? Waking up at 6 a.m. is a task on its own for me. So I'll count that as 1. Do the posts. I guess that's 2. Exercise, 3. Read, 4. And my coffee, that's kind of what, you know what I mean? I don't know if I really count that as a task. No, because that takes time. So that's 5. So wake up, 2 posts, coffee, read, exercise. Boom, that's a whole day in its own. Then what next? Maybe from fucking 10 a.m. to, you know, like if I'm working, then let's say then from, I realize I'm going to have to adjust that a bit when I go to work, when I start working again a lot. Anyways, that's fine. We'll figure that out as I get there, right? But just to adjust this. So that's the thing is like, I want to be able to break it into different days. So more things we can do to inspire confidence. Like, so do you see what I did is like, can you guys hear how I kind of cleaned up? Well, exercise, read, be authentic, be accountable. What I also have written down is sharing authentically. That's a big thing that'll get us more confidence. Participating in hobbies. That's a big ass one. I can't even explain how good for you it is to participate in your hobbies, especially if they're physical. Get cold. Getting cold will inspire so much fucking confidence. It's ridiculous. Yesterday I surfed for an hour in just shorts and a wetsuit top only, and I was the only motherfucker in shorts out there. But it was fucking hard for the first 5 minutes, and then like the last like 20 minutes. So in between, I was chilling. And then like once you go and like start catching waves, like, and the waves were pretty big yesterday. It's funny because when the surf report reads 3-4 feet, that actually means like 6 feet, 6 to 8 feet. It's weird. And then if it says 0 to 1, it's weird. Sometimes it'll say like 2 to 3 feet, and that actually means nothing. It's really weird. You have to like know how to interpret the surf report when for the local, surf thing out here. Anyway, getting cold, that's such a big thing. It just, I went through bitch voice, bitch mode. Fuck this, dude. What am I doing? And then there's a moment that you break through, and I hear everybody who participates in cold stuff say this as well. There's a moment where you break through and it's just absolute clarity. Like depression cannot live in that breakthrough zone. And I'm telling you, it's just an absolute trip, dude. It's an absolute trip. I can't even explain, dude. Like, it's just something magical. Like, it's so magical. But that's the thing is like, so what I'm saying is like, if you see, this is how we stack small wins. Task journal, accomplish 5 things, and start your day that way. And it's like, if it's automatic, you have to accomplish those 5 things every single day. I should write down I'm going to write down, make my bed. And that's something like I most typically do, but I realize when I start getting sloppy, I stop making my bed. And there's a direct correlation between the two, which is not interesting because, of course, right? But that is interesting. But it makes a big deal. It's like, it's just one more element of accountability. It's one more success stacked under your belt. It's one more layer and level of confidence to start your day with. You know what I'm saying? It's like the equivalent of like stepping out with a fresh haircut, So stacking these small wins is how we win big ultimately. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't get the dream house without making smart moves to get there on a daily basis, because I can't just jump there. You know what I'm saying? To some capacities you can, like leaps and bounds will happen, and quantum leaps, quantum physics, quantum reality, and that shit's all real, and you can accelerate things. But the point is that like the only way things accelerate is when your daily has just been consistent. The same way that in 10 years you can look back and see that, fuck, Calvin's been doing this since fucking 2020 or 2021 or whatever the fuck, right? And it's like, yo, the whole time that you guys are that people, not you guys, the whole time that like people that are like, I don't know, don't really care about the show, who I know personally, there's going to be a point where the show gets so big, it's going to recirculate back around to them in a way where they're like, wait, what? Like, that's that big of a deal? Like, holy shit. Right? And then they'll come back and listen, and it's like, cool, But that's the thing is like, there's no movement, there's a huge lack of support, there's all of that shit. It's not to blame on anybody. It has to do with me not promoting in certain ways or making it appealing. I don't know. But the thing is like, there will be a point you just have to push through it. Like right now, it's like, I'm not all alone, but it's the feeling and the sensation of I'm all alone in this whole fucking field of, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just recording and shit. I have no clue what I'm doing. Like, if you fucking record with me, you realize that it's like, I have to figure shit out every single time. Like, I don't just fucking know what the hell I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single time I'm like making this up, my computer tells me different messages, and then my camera puts itself on different modes. It's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? And I realize that's the way that really successful things get built, is just, it doesn't even matter. Like, just go start stacking these fucking successes and these wins, and it doesn't matter. Just accomplish it. Just get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I realize as I say all this, my confidence has also been low, but coming back up because I'm at a point where this is like familiar to me as far as learning curves and emotional intelligence and growth. Because there's been like a handful of huge checkpoints in my life where I hit a major crossroads and I had to make a major life decision. And I had to say, it's going to be this way or that way. And I have to make that decision. And I'm at another one of those points again. It's either this way or that way. And I can create whatever for myself, but it's like these two directions, there's infinite possibility in both directions, but both of these directions are very opposite of each other. It's like starting in the middle of the state and it's either being like, I'm either going to California or New York. And it's like, if I go that way, I live a very different lifestyle. My kids grow up very different. If I go this way, I live a very different lifestyle. My kids are very different. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's I mean, I guess now there's a lot of similarities in terms of like political shit in terms of California and New York. But aside from that, like the general attitude, like Californians and New Yorkers are very opposite. Like we're like, oh yeah, dude, like all slow and like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then out there, like, oh yeah, you motherfucker. Like, and that was the wrong accent, but you get the point. Like, it's just a different world. So you either go to New York or you go to California. It's a big fucking difference. You know, or let's say you start in the middle and you either fucking grow up in Texas or you grow up in fucking Michigan. There's a big fucking difference, right? Like, it's like you can only go one direction at a time. So, excuse me, I'm at this crossroads of like, go and just get a job and make $100K a year and just be that guy, where it's like there's a lot of stability. And it's like, it's fully structured. I don't have to fucking do the hard shit. I just show up, do what I'm supposed to do, and fucking go home and just do that, right? Or double down on my ideas and myself and my creations and my idea of potential that I have about myself or that others have given me. You know, because it's like, it's interesting that others can give you potential. If somebody says, wow, you're a really good blah, 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 and you go, wait, what? Really? Like, to me, there was a handful of times where it's like, I went and would, like, I've told this story before. It's like when I went and I gave up like a thank you speech for like the whole team in front of like 350 people or 400 people. And people were crying and so moved. And people were like, wow, you are a great speaker, blah, blah. I was like, wait, what? Like, I was terrified and I had no clue what I said. But this has happened in different instances. There's also times where I went up and fucking bombed and like people were still nice. But you know what I mean? It's like, how many times can you bomb and get back up and keep going? Well, it's the thing is like with every comedian you see, they've bombed so many times. And sometimes all it takes is the wrong crowd. And it's like you bomb in front of enough crowds and finally you bomb in the sense where it's like, this is so corny, where it's like, oh, you're the bomb now, instead of like, you're just bombing. It's like now your explosion is celebrated rather than fucking shit on. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of funny and that's a trip. Like, excuse me. So that's kind of where I'm at now. And it's like, this kind of comes full circle where it's like, well, confidence is fleeting. And that's why it's like, if I haven't been stacking and collecting wins, then it more tempts me to find the stability of a regular ass job. But I'm like, no, this is where I'm performing the greatest recreation of myself of all time.
Damn, dude.
That's what I'm creating for myself. I am creating the greatest recreation of myself of all time. And this is going to be the biggest and the baddest, the dopest, one of the dopest, because I'm going to continue to evolve and level up and grow and pay my dues. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate those who believe in me, and I appreciate those who support me and are willing to trust in my vision. And there's only like a handful of people who like are really like, bro, fuck yeah. You know, like, and there's really like 3 people who, I mean, like, there's more people who support and see very big of me and a lot of potential in us, but there's 3 main people, and I appreciate you guys, who really fucking believe me and support me and see bigger potential in me than I even see in myself. And I'm realizing, like, all right, this is my crew, this is my team, and it's like I need to start building on that and work from that foundation outward. Because if you can't build together, then, like, if you can't build with your homies and your family, then it's like it makes it hard. You know, having shit within your personal life all fucked up, like, that makes it hard. And you start working, and work is your escape, and, like, that's a fucked up life to live. I don't ever want to feel like that. There's been moments where I have, absolutely, but like, or experiences in life where I have, but that's not like the goal, you know? So I'm realizing every time I come to a crossroads where I have to make a major decision on who I am and the life that I'm going to live out moving forwards, I'm always going to bet on myself, even when I don't even believe in myself. And I'm just going to keep doing that, man. Because why the fuck not? I can, if all this shit falls apart, fails, whatever, which it's not, at the same time, it doesn't, that's not even a concern, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's not even, there is no, the only way to fail is for me to stop. So that's one thing I'm going to do, is keep putting in the work and keep doing what I have to do in order to really make the moves I need to make and create the team and the structure that I want to create, because I really want to put so much good into this world. Like, I so want to just spread and inject and infest as much of this world with goodness and love and kindness and openness and authenticity as I can. And I'm doing the work to build myself to be that person, so I can really be the greatest example I could be for myself and my kids, and for the people who didn't and don't believe in me. You know, respectfully, fuck you guys and thank you. It's like, that's the thing, is like, I realize, fuck, it's not even about support or not support. It's not about motivation. It's not about inspiration. Oh, Cameron just died. It's purely about discipline. Discipline is doing things that you don't want to do because you know it's good for you.
Damn, dude.
So let's all inject some more discipline into our life to create more confidence. Discipline equals confidence. Let's stack those wins. Let's bend them shins. Let's smile them grins. Stack those wins, playa. 100,000 champagne, playa.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
You guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being of support and loving this show, because this shit's fucking cool and it's a lot of fun. This is season 3, episode 1, you guys. That makes 213 episodes in the books. That's weird to say like that, but season 3, episode 1, you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Please be sure to leave a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts. It'd be greatly appreciated. And Spotify, I know a lot of you guys listen there as well. Wherever you can. I somehow cannot see the reviews on my Spotify, but yeah, I appreciate it. But Apple iTunes is where or podcast is where it matters the most, I would say. And yeah.
Damn, dude.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Please be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your best friend's cousin, dinosaur, molding, paint, shaking, volcano exploring extraordinaire about the Damn Dude podcast, because he or she could use this shit. And why not? The more real people that listen to this, the more this shit will just crack off. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day. Much love.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Peace.